Hey guys, we're back. So we're southbound on the Highway 49 in Alberta, approaching Valleyview, New Fish Creek Road. New Fish Creek must be a place, town name or a community name. Probably down that road. Be a good guess. We were hoping to unload here in Nampa last night. Got there and there was already another truck parked there, so went and talked to him. He goes, there's nobody around. So I called the phone number and they're like, oh yeah, well normally we unload late, but we went home early yesterday, or today type of thing. It's like, that was yesterday. The guys all went home. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess we'll sleep here then. Woke up in the morning, 6:30, and somebody went and snuck in between the two of us and parked right up front, right at the door. It's like, come on, really? He claimed not to have seen us parked on the side. I'm like, how blind are you? But whatever. And then the people, we went in there and talked to the people in the morning, and they said there wasn't enough room for the other trucks in that building. So they're going to unload him there, but they're going to unload the two of us, the truck number 1 and truck number 2, me, in the other building with a forklift. So, hey, fine, we get unloaded right away. Good to go. So I pulled around to that building. First truck got unloaded. And then they changed their mind. They wanted me in the original building. Okay, drove to that building, and in the meantime, they're already unloading the other guy. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm truck number 3 instead of truck number 2. So it didn't get out of there until like 9:15. It's the second time remember last week I was talking about it felt like someone was playing April Fool's joke on me at that place. Well, it was my second time there, and both of them were not pleasant experiences. So, not a pleasant experience delivering there. That's okay, our load was just down the road, like 2 miles down the road. Not even 2 miles. Loaded there. I hit the scale there after, I'm just tiny bit over on the pup. It surprised me. And I'm like, it's small enough that I should be fine. I'm just going to go for it, but or else I'd have to untarp the whole thing again. And the scale isn't right there in the yard. It's way out, kind of in the boonies, so it's very inconvenient. So just a little bit over on the pup, so we should be okay. And who knows, it's one of those weird scales that's not, they got a ramp going up. I can't get the whole truck on there, so the whole truck is not balanced straight, so who knows, I might actually be quite a bit lighter than that scale said. But I'm only like 50 kilogram over, so should be fine. Jess is prompting me. Talk about some more stuff. Where the load is going to. It surprised us. It did. I expected to go empty here to Grand Prairie, load there, go to Prince George, unload there, load there in the morning, and head back home. Be home for the weekend after all. But I ended up loading here in Nampa, and the delivery is in Penticton tomorrow at noon. Sweet. I'm going home. I'll call dispatch after I'm done shooting this video and ask them to make an appointment at Larson Tires? Larson Excel? Anyway, the tire place, one of the tire places in Penticton, I'd like to get 2 new tires put on. One of them is, caught me off guard how low the tread is. I thought a tread was, well, I wrote it down. I thought the tread was at 9/32. I've been measuring it every week. Once a week I walk around and measure every tire. And during the brake checks I'm like, that looks awfully low, that one little patch. It's got this uneven wear. So I put the gauge in there and it's like a 1/32. I'm like, crap. Okay, gotta get the tire replaced. Still legal, it's barely still legal. Here I thought we had 9/32 on it. It's got this wavy pattern to it. So my DVIR now has a defect on it. A tire. So for all of one day I didn't have a defect on my DVIR. All of one day there were no defects. Now with the new windshield, at least I don't have to put that in there every day. Well, twice a day, pre-trip and post-trip. Put it in the DVR. So yeah, we're headed home. We'll definitely not make it home. It's so painful long to unload over there. If that had been smooth and we'd been unloaded first thing, there's a pretty good chance we could have made it home today with deferring 2 hours. Kind of had that in my back of the mind. I'm like, there's a chance, but not when it takes them that long to unload. 2 hours, 15 minutes. Technically, I was truck number 2, but I got unloaded number 3. Painful. Absolutely painful. I love doing these long runs. Not a fan of that place. But I'll take the long runs and deal with a miserable place. As long as it's not every week. Because I'm a very patient person. But somebody might end up getting punched at this rate. Jess suggested undoing the straps and then doing a couple of donuts in the parking lot until the load was unloaded itself. Just undo the straps, floor it, and do a big donut. Delivered. Sign here, please. They do pretty shoddy workmanship in there too. They're just making rig mats, but they're literally using chainsaws to cut the boards in half. There's no accuracy, and some of those boards are 2 or 3 inches longer than others the way they were sawing them. I'm like, I guess precision's not a deal breaker. I guess that's why those loads are coming in non-tarp. They don't care how dirty it is. Yeah, they're just mats. They throw them on the ground and drive on them, but like the ones we saw in Jasper. But so last night, I wish I had my dash cam going. Last night I saw a moose in the ditch. It's a fairly young moose. What?
In the ditch usually it was dead.
She's trying to clarify that it's not dead. When I said in the ditch, it's made it so he was grazing in the ditch. Okay, drinking the water in the ditch. A young moose, not a big moose, but.
You guys ordered some codes. For the week number 62555.
Not sure what they're talking about. Turn that down. But yeah, saw a moose there last night. standing in the ditch, drinking water, very much alive.
Yeah.
Oh boy. And then today, as we were leaving Nampa, saw this fox running over in the field. That was kind of cool too. Hopefully we broke our no-seeing wildlife streak.
The deer don't count.
Yeah, the deer don't count. We see deer all over the place, but I don't know why that van's driving on the shoulder, but it is. Kind of nice weather out here. Kind of like this rainstorm. Not really a storm, just rain. Yeah, there's no real storm here. I don't know why I called it a storm. But it's nice getting some real rain. Yeah, thunderstorms would be awesome, but I'm not looking forward to all the fires that lightning strikes are going to make. Apparently, Colorado's getting hit by a major snowstorm right now. I know for you guys it's 2 weeks ago, but for us right now they're getting hit by a major big snowstorm. They've called in the National Guard. Sturgeon Creek. So we're going to have to run east a little bit, then down south to Highway 16, and then west. Yeah, it's an old International tractor. It's not even a Case IH, it's just an International. Pre-merger. Saw another Sutco pulling into Nampa as we were leaving, so yeah, Barry and Smith, based out of Penticton. I would consider running for Barry and Smith. I don't think I'd make as much money because it's just band trucks, but I would see more country. I don't know. If Sutco can get me to see more country, I don't think I'd ever leave Sutco. That's my only itch that Sutco is not providing, is long haul, seeing more country. Runs to Ontario, Newfoundland, Alaska territories, down to Texas. And not even all the time, like once every 2-3 months would make me happy, have a long run like that. Maybe I'll talk to the boss man himself one of these days. And ask him about it. See if they can make some special runs for me. Once every few months. Yeah, at least I'm not running to Vancouver every day. I mean, every now and then you have a week where you do Vancouver runs, but, and as beautiful as Highway 3 is, I love driving my Highway 3. You gotta change it up. There's snow in that. There's definitely snow. Forget the rains. It's snowing. It's just melting. It's +5 out, so. Yeah. I don't know, I love my job. I really do. Love working for Sutco. Really good company to work for. Pays well. Run all the time. Home every weekend. Almost every weekend. Every now and then I get asked if I want to do a long run over a weekend run. I always say yes. Unless I had some plans specifically for that weekend. not slowing down. Oh, I got cruise control on. Like I was at 60, climbing the hill, and all of a sudden speeding up. I'm like, what? Get me back down to 60. Edmonton. I guess we'll head towards Edmonton. This would be Valleyview. We're now going to enter the highway that all the traffic going to Alaska, the Northwest Territories, Yukon. This is the highway all that traffic takes from Edmonton up that way. So this is where you see the big equipment on the highways, like that super wide trailer we saw yesterday passing us.
In 700 meters, turn left on Highway 43.
Thanks. Left on Highway 43. Valleyview Regional Emergency Services Complex. I guess that means ambulance, fire truck, rescue, all of it in one building. I think that's what that means. Yeah, it's snowing pretty good. Oh yeah, that's a extremely long trailer there.
Turn left on Highway 43.
I have a run-up lane on that side? No, I don't, so I gotta make sure we're clear.
In 3 kilometers, turn left on Township Road 700A.
All right, we're stopping at the rest area. Right, I'm like, why are we turning? All right, got it. Okay, guys, just a little patience, and I could sneak over there, but the guy that pulled in behind me immediately tucked in beside me, and the other van right away too. If you guys would give me just enough time, I would go over here, and then you guys could go on your way. It's snowing pretty good. Yeah, that's kind of awesome. I was not expecting to be driving in heavy snowfall. Hammer down before the snow starts sticking. Let's get south. Let's get southbound before it starts sticking. Colorado's getting hit by a snowstorm. Apparently we might be getting hit by one too. That's pretty awesome. Anyway, we're going to pull into this rest area here, take a short little break. So thank you guys for watching. We will see you guys along the road.